Oh, wait. New Winchester is in an uproar. Crowds of boisterous Takadis stamp through the streets, their hobnailed boots, and Issachar gardens, their burning piles of top hats. The Windward Company, whose fortunes have suffered recently, has abandoned the port. Learn more. Ousted, they must have been preparing for the evacuation for some time. Company house was emptied almost overnight. The Takadis have the upper hand in the Reach now, and the company has withdrawn much of its strength to fortify its holdings at Port Prosper. I want to deal with the stovepipes. You'll need to seek them there. That was cool. To investigate the rumors, skullduggery at Port Avon. Okay. So I gotta go to Port Avon. I think I did that earlier. Maybe not. How much do I need? 5,000 sovereigns. Oh, shoot. Oh, that's only the first step. Okay, I was like, I'm a lot closer to that than I thought I was, and the answer is no, I'm not. Okay, so Shops Bazaar. Souls for Port Prosper. And 9 crates of munition at Lustrum. Which I do need to go to, but I don't know where to get those. West-northwest of New Winchester. Port Prosper requires 3 consignments of souls. Well, that's really easy. Okay, engineering. So I at this point, I could buy the Wit and Vinegar winch and pulley for +8 hold. That's not a terrible idea. Oh, it does say lightning slot. I hadn't noticed that up until now. Let's take a look at the engine yard for a second, though. So, only 1 lightning slot. 2 lightning slots and a bunch of cargo. So, I could wait and get the trader instead. Oh, that's the fuel efficiency. I think I stand by my standpoint of wanting probably this sucker. It just looks too freaking swank. And that, you know. Let's see, double armor is super nice, though. Yeah. But even then, I mean, if we go back to engineering, how much does bronzewood shielding actually provide? +10 armor? Oh, is there a difference between armor and hull? No, it's the same thing. Yeah, so unless you got the, like, really, really high-tier stuff somewhere, I don't actually know if that would help. I want to go swank. To be honest, I want to just go swank early. Just be like, mine now. So what is that? Oh, that is a gun. Well, I'm just gonna keep going slow with what I got. We haven't yet reached the point where I desperately need anything. Machine gun is super fun. Okay. But yeah, I'm just gonna go to Polymer and Plenty's. We'll drop this off. Oh, you know what? While we're here, I thought at some point I heard that, like, the more you gather, the more you get, but it doesn't actually seem to be that way. It's just a linear curve. I thought it would be exponential for some insane reason. Anywho. 300 sovereigns. Alternatively, we could put ourselves in the hole a little bit. Let's put ourselves in the hole a little bit. Because at this point, I'm starting to run into, well, not the hole. I'm just going to go spend some money. I'd like to get a new train, but I think first and foremost, I'm going to buy the, an upgraded engine. And, the upgraded storage. Because, yeah, if we take a look at this... yeah, that's only a small bonus, plus the extra potential storage. This sucker will be worth it, but that's a long run to get. I'm going to claim that, regardless of whether or not it's a good idea. Okay. So we're going to grab this and the baromat. Oh, but I got to go to the bank. Oh, I can store that. Cool. Okay, so let's get the Britomart. So movement speed. Ooh, wait, is that worth it? It's a 15% movement speed. I thought it was the reverse. I would go faster. What is the weight? I'm not sufficiently convinced that's actually worthwhile. This, on the other hand, yeah, it's worth it. Oh, 130% means better? Oh. I feel foolish. Oh, yeah, you're right. It really did turn that down. Okay. Oh, wait. Let's just sell these two? Or, not the drill. We'll sell the Shivering Gemmy, though. Okay. Let's see. So how much money? I don't have that much money anymore, but that's okay. I'm already feeling the speed a little bit. So it's how much thrust do you get out of single fuel. Yeah, I was just thinking, fuel consumption, 130%. That means you can consume 130%. So, yeah, we already dropped this off. It makes sense now that I know that's how it works in this game, but just looking at that at face value, it's like, okay, more speed but less efficiency. Big trade-off there. Not sure if it's worth it. Anyway, one way or another, we're in a much, much happier position for traversing this world. 15% movement speed is not quite what I was hoping for a full 30% or something like that, but whatever. Yeah, because it's efficiency, not consumption. Except for, it straight up says, consumption, 130%. Like, you can yell caps at me saying that it's efficiency, not consumption, but you really should take that up with fail better. Because I think my confusion is 100% justified. Get super trigger happy with those guys getting close. Let's see. Now, does the better engine also come with the heat gauge going down faster, or no? That's just something I'm gonna have to deal with. Okay, so circus, report as always. Sell these. Nice little windfall. What other bargains available? We do have the seasoned hours. I don't know. Oh, shops. Big top. We want to get at least one bronze wood. What else do we have? Oh, I gotta go back to Port Prosper, don't I? Well, there's not really... it's kind of a straight shot back. Because we gotta go to Carillon and then back down to Port Prosper for the next set of bits. I said I was gonna do Ring Fit today. I did not. Main problem is I'm on the eternal search for more money, and that's not doing me a whole lot of favors here. So yeah, I'll go do mercantile. We might honestly start the next session of this where I have the golden train, and I'm just gonna do the usual circuits. Oh no, I shouldn't do that, because time passes, shit happens. God damn it. I'll have to look at if there are any interesting mods or config file changes that I could make that would make this a bit faster. So yeah, the problem is just like I want to get all the good stuff, so I'm not recording just backtracking through the same region over and over and over again for... It's not petty cash. I'm making decent amounts of money. It just, you know, we've been playing this for what, 3-4 hours? 4 hours at this point, and I've progressed very little except for financially, which... You know, finances are important. And the funny thing is, even if I had everything, I'd probably still be doing mercantile quests left and right. Like a complete goon. Might find ones you like even more than Moloch. Well, not more shiny, and that's the thing. Shiny. I'm assuming all of the better trains are actually in other regions, and I'm not entirely sure if I want to leave this region until I'm actually done with it. Even though, from what I know, all of the other regions are actually just straight up better than this one. Okay, so we needed souls. We should probably buy some fuel while we're here. Yeah, 3 for New Prosper. Ammo for... Okay, for Lustra. Unfortunately, I have not figured out where to buy ammo from yet. And yeah, at some point we've got to go up to the nature reserve. But I've been lazy about that. Okay. I might be able to get up to this question mark at this point. I don't know if that... Oh, wait, I buy ammo here? I can drive this thing. Okay, shops... Engineer. No. Victoria Market. No? This is not ammo. This is ammo. Crates of munitions. I do not see them here. There are guns. I could buy guns, but I do not want to buy guns. So that's a mine. I can't use that gun even if I wanted to. Yeah, I'm certainly not seeing it here. Okay. Yeah, so let's go up here and then down to Carillon. Hopefully that weird horror ghost isn't still hanging out in here. At some point, we'll find somebody that sells munitions. Like, honestly, just once I revealed Port Avon, Magdalene's, and Palmyr, we've more or less drastically increased the amount of money that I can just generate just by existing, which is quite nice. And so hopefully eventually I can get the whole map open and just like bip around constantly, just making dumb amounts of cash. It's kind of tempting with my new speed and space to actually go nuts and just explore the map. But yeah, I think I might just oh, you know what I could do? I bet I could... no, I guess it would have the same effect. I'm pretty sure there's a hacks for this that would let me freeze the date. Which I realize sounds kind of silly. But freezing... effectively, I would like to grind off camera so we're not doing trading, but I don't want to miss anything important. Like, say, the stovepipes getting kicked out. I'll just mine hours. I mean, that's pretty much what I'd be doing. The problem is, like, real-time passes and things happen in this game, and I feel guilty for not recording that sort of thing. Or streaming it, because, like, you know, shit might actually be kind of important. And so... trying to figure out how to, like, set that sort of thing up without making the series kind of unbalanced. Usually the easy solution is just be like, I suddenly have a shit ton of money, and bought the thing that I wanted so I don't have to go grinding for it off camera, because that would mess things up. Let's see, is this permadeath? Forgot to ask for this, or save death. I have both enabled. I usually go for, okay. Shit. Hit me and freaked me out a little bit. But otherwise, we're fine. Oh, shit. I might have screwed up. There's apparently a shit ton of these guys around here. Okay, we're gonna have to take the long way around to Karillon. I was kind of hoping it would just be that one guy. I didn't realize this entire area is dirty with them. I don't know. I know there's a town up here that I'm kind of looking for, but I don't know where the hell it is. Oh. Now I know where the hell it is. Princess has taken all the blankets. Lustrum's cold. Throw something on the fire. Books if you must. Think I'm afraid of you? Well, you're right, I am afraid of you. Exactly. New port captain. Crew crowd to the windows. Welcome to Lostrum. Okay. Explore Lostrum. Write a port report. Okay. Look out for Madame Lumiere's production. She expressed concern about one of her productions currently filming somewhere in Lostrum. Madame Lumiere's film is not difficult to find. Everyone's heard of the daft actors who are attempting to stage the siege of New Winchester in a shed. The historical productions run into difficulties. The director has been caught by the fever for hours and spends his days on the mountain. The lead actor has run off with his successful prospector. The producer is doing his best, but assistance is urgently required for the film to succeed. The pernickety factor expresses her displeasure at being involved in the cinema. Returns to your locomotive for a smoke and the Gazette crossword. Yeah, you're sure you can carry off the governor of New Winchester. And besides, there's no dialogue. Everyone agrees afterward that your performance was mesmerizing. No one could beat your solemn gazes, steely defiance, or vehement arm-waving. It's a shame the set wasn't more durable after you got a bit carried away, but the film is certainly finished. Okay. Explore Lustrum. Anything interesting? No. Well, I guess I should probably read this. Tale of Two Ports. Your boots crunch through the snow, clean and bright, lacking the lingering sadness of London's ammonia-suffused lacquer. Yeah, I guess that's part of it. I'd rather spend my time reading this stuff. Anyway, the townspeople nod politely to you, a distinguished visitor, but to avert their eyes from the grizzled prospectors and get-rich-quick merchants who have taken over their slice of civilization on the mountain. They wait impatiently for a day when the mountain has nothing more to offer and the uncouth invaders finally leave, hoping that something still remains when all of value has finally been plundered. It was briefly a modest, pleasant town in the mother of mountains, now runs on increasingly desperate dreams of riches. Fools sell their futures for the chance to mine years from the mountain's frozen sides. Sharper minds sell pickaxes, supplies, and the promise of a warm bed at the end of a bitter day's work. Okay. Fried drinks. Approach the figure in the corner. It sits wrapped in a dusty, disintegrating shroud, nursing a flagon that never goes where its lips presumably are. Booked figure. Oh. That's an interesting face. Figure beckons to you. Valuables for sale, it wheezes, its voice throaty and high-pitched. Exchange for buried time, yes, please? It offers unusual relics in exchange, or for rusted coins that would barely buy transport to anywhere else. Talk to Mr. Pennies. Everything ends, the figure wheezes. Even law, for everything. For everything a reckoning. Need help, need hours, postpone reckoning. Shadows with thistle ropes and broken wings, waiting on the riverbank to catch final breath. Everything dies. Must outlast. We trade, yes. Trade hours. We trade hours now, yes. Good quality merchandise. So, otherworldly artifact or money. Okay. Return to the miners. Anything else? Speak with a weary prospector. Oh. He's tired of the mud, sick of the snow. He's gonna go home as soon as he can find someone to take on his claim. Recruit the Rat Brigade. What the? Yes. Irritable miners jockey for space by insufficient fireplaces that pay for the overpriced drinks and the dwindling coins. Okay, so... Sorry. Oi, down here, 3 rats glower up at you from below a table, where spilt beer is trickled down to form a rat-reachable puddle. New beginning. The smallest, most scarred rat is called Cinders. She introduces her companions. This, she indicates a rat wearing goggles, is my second. Bachinella, our mechanic. She gestures towards a rat with glossy fur, and this is our agent provocateur Albrecht. The rat inclines his head. We need a locomotive. These battle-hardened rats are all that remain of the Rat Regiment, a mercenary company active in the early days of the Winchester War. Used to be a dozen of us, best sappers around, says Cinders. Now look at us. Her whiskers twitch. Time for that later. We'll pay, nurse. Okay. What about the weary prospector? No written contracts needed in a town where most folks struggle with reading. Spits in his palm. And shake. I'm rich enough. I apparently gained terror, but that's okay. Visit the claim fields to begin prospecting. So you grit your teeth and shake. You'll take the first opportunity to scrub your hand clean of any diseases you've just been exposed to. The weary prospector nods approvingly and calls over an hour harker. She'll escort you to your new claim whenever you'd like. Might as well mess with this. Very own claim on the mountain. Let's see. Assign a crew member to work on the claim. I could just do... No. We'll want to come back with more. Okay, counting house. A little accountancy firm, snuggled in the snowy drifts. Sweet Jane oversees everything herself: the transference of funds, balancing of probabilities, the transport of commodities, the termination of contracts. She's huddled behind her desk, swaddled in a monstrously ugly red scarf. When she fiddles with her abacus with one gloved hand, she heats the other with a little coal fire. Her one good eye focuses on you. She smiles. She surveys you alarmingly. She limps to the window. Snow batters the window pane. The shadow of the mountain is all but lost in the blizzard. The lantern light means the offices of the Windward Company are just about visible. I was raised by the company. Children are faster workers, you understand. Her fingers drum on the windowsill. Such a waste. Where they see men, they see labor. When they see time, they see chains with which to bind us. But where they see death in the skies, I see victory. She turns to you and smiles. Bring me nameplates. Torn from London ships. I'll see you adequately compensated. Oh, hey, it's this one. Okay. Ooh, I need that to be higher. What about the tea shop? Anything interesting here? Lovely cup of tea. Yeah, sure, why not? Lutherian gold. Looks like tea with the occasional sparkle. Lost Terror. And I've sampled that tea. Oh. Speak to Melusine Murgatroyd. She single-handedly runs both the family business and the family business, unless you count the small gaggle of overworked and underpaid maids, which Melusine does not. Okay. Hello. Smelling faintly of burned hair, she tinkers with the latest invention intended to be her ticket out of this no-horse town with her father's control. Eyebrows, she confirms, are a small price to pay for scientific progress. Trade spy intelligence with Melusine. Nobody knows the latest happenings like a Murgatroyd. She's always interested in unusual finds. And let's look at her inventions. Anything interesting? Okay. Melusine glows with pride as you examine her mostly untested inventions. Clockwork lens array that offers superhuman levels of telescopic sight, provided you can insert all sharp brass hooks under your eyelids. The internal combustion privy, ideal for handling unpleasant waste, I'm starting to get tired, products, and warming whatever's left of your house with the inevitable explosion. An automated pickaxe capable of striking Earth 7 times a second. Melusine nods, irritated. Pity about the minor bone-shattering issue. The only thing she won't let you poke at is a twisted arrangement of glassware and electricity in the corner. It's not mine, not entirely. I'm still working on that. Complicated. You know if you know. If you don't, I shouldn't say. Okay. So, can't do anything with that. Can't do anything with any of these. Prospector's Quarter. So we've done that. Claim fields. Okay. No, that's something for later. Bazaar. So they buy munition. What do they sell? They sell literature. I'm gonna just buy the literature. We'll just store it back at town. And I could buy some unseasoned hours. I'm gonna buy like 2. We're gonna go back to the bar for a second. Okay, exchange hours for an otherworldly artifact. We have an otherworldly artifact. Provide a fragment of hours for sale, a few seconds at most. Penny snatches them up with a blackened and leathery appendage that reaches out of its shroud. Mr. Penny shakes it and sniffs at the little cigar box and the sprinkling of calcified time within. Yes, it whines. Will do, will suffice. Okay, talk to it again. So it looks like it only had one thing, and now it pays us 6 sovereigns. I wonder if there's more to this. Yeah, no, it doesn't look like he's got more money, so there's probably more to him, but later. I should really stop. Let's finish this quick. Go to Krillin, go to prosper. Frosty fingerprints. Okay, prevent loss of further supplies. Always grab bargains and store them. Eventually someone will want them. Yep, that was kind of the plan. Previously I didn't have money, but now I got money, so gladly. Okay. This area is spooky. I don't like the depths. I don't... Every once in a while I think about, like, man, I wonder how it would feel to be, like, an astronaut or a, you know, a space traveler. Spacefarer, I guess, would be a better term. And I think the emptiness would bother me. I mean, truly, if I had, like, an insanely, you know, good ship or something like that, it wouldn't be so bad. But as it stands, I'd just be super not okay with just, like, looking out and realizing, yeah, if anything goes wrong, I'm doomed. I already have enough of trouble with, like, cars sometimes when I'm, like, driving around and I see some idiot swerving around traffic and I'm like, they could hit my car and there is nothing I could do about it, and that would be upsetting. Wonder if you're gonna play Sunless Seas as well. I honestly, considering how much people kind of enjoy this, I might actually give it a shot. Okay, we want to turn around. This is where the Scriveners are. Speak of the Scrivel! Please stop shooting me, you horrible thing. I might be able to kill one at some point, but I think I'm going to need a bigger gun. But yeah, anyway, so... Yeah, I get spooked in vehicles and cars and stuff. I really, truly do prefer being secure. Hi, Shell. How are you doing? Oh, she's got a cheesecake and she is flaunting it. I could use a cheesecake right about now. Okay, right. We're gonna go stop by Karelin, buy some stuff, sell some stuff, mostly just buy stuff, and then we'll head down to Port Prosper, drop our deliveries off, and we'll call it a night from there. And I will come back with significantly more money, and very potentially a Moloch. I just want a Moloch. I want to be pretty, man. And I'll probably just load it up with cargo, so I can just go fast. The cursed thought, making a cake with actual cheese. Totally doable. Depends on the cheese, though. There's certain types of, like, sweet pastry cheeses that make really good cakes. I don't remember the name off the top of my head, though, because I normally don't mess with them. Definitely not cheddar. Blue cheese would be horrendous. Okay, Bazaar. Selling cheap bronzewood. Memories. Oh shoot, am I almost done? I am out of money. That's fine. I'll be fine. Let's see, because yeah, Port Prosper is pretty close by. Let's go check out that weird grave thing that we went past. But yeah, I've definitely had some, like, sweet, savory cheese pastries and cakes before. And, like, you kind of poo-poo it, but, like, you can make some good stuff. But yeah, chucking on, like, blue cheese probably would not be good. I'd be willing to try it if somebody gave me, like, told me about a bakery and was like, yeah, they have, like, cheese cakes, like, actual cheese as opposed to cream cheese. And it's super stinking good, and I'd be like, alright, cool. It's kind of like how at some point I will absolutely eat durian something or other, and probably be fine with that. On the dead, for it is proper. I really gotta figure out how to not overheat so hard. Seek unusual items. What do we get? Gossip. And Shell has brought me a cheesecake. Oh. Something is amiss. Things are out of place. Unexplained cracker crumbs on the pantry floor, chief engineer's favorite wrench, hung on the wrong hook, several empty pages torn from the back of your logbook. Crew protest their innocence and contribute their own stories. Vanished shoelaces, doors left open, oily fingerprints on a door frame. You have a stowaway. Search for it. After an hour, an indignant stoker drags a sooty-faced urchin before you. Found her hiding in a supply crate in the hold. She had a right little treasure trove in there. Cutlery from the galley, Jones's Bible, and my best socks. He brandishes a horrible pair of socks. Stowaway picks her nose defiantly. The urchin wears an oversized Skyfarer's coat, clumsily and drastically hemmed at the sleeves and tails. Her eyes are pale, accustomed to starlight. A model of old frostbite blemishes on one cheek. When she speaks, her voice seems older than the rest of her. What is she, 12? 13? That's what she's doing here. She shrugs. Just catching a ride. She says instantly, I've been catching engines across the reach in Albion for years. Seen half the sky I have. Or prosper to the silent saint, Sky Henstick Berlin. Ask where her parents are. She looks at her shoes, mismatched and scuffed. Gone. In the blockade of New Winchester during one of the bombardments. She breaks off. Anyway, a neighbor tried to look after me, but I didn't like her much. Ask what she wants. She's taken aback by the question. No one's ever asked before. Usually there's a lot of shouting, and I'm chucked off at the next port. She thinks about it, looking around the bridge. She's a good engine. Loyal. I'd like to stay, she decides. Until such a time as I don't. Let her stay. Could do with a mascot. Skywarn urchin. Hey! Wait, what, actually? She salutes you, inexpertly. You won't regret it. I can help out. Like? I know my way around an engine, and I'm no stranger to the sky. I know stuff. I could teach you. Perhaps another time you tell her. You shake her grubby hand and send her to bed. It's past her bedtime. Okay. So, bonus to hearts. And veils and iron. I like the rat crew. We might honestly... oh, we should figure out where to drop some of these characters off so they can actually, generate resources for us. Because that would be a really easy way to deal with some of my, like, crew issues. But yeah, I've got an urchin. Which is honestly quite tragic, but at the same time, works fine. I don't actually know if there's anything out in this specific edge of the reaches, but I do want to check it out anyway. I'm seeing a smoke trail. Ah, shoot. Another war zone. I'm not honestly sure if the factions would get pissed at me if I just started wrecking their things. See, hearts are pretty good around terror stuff. Your terror is at max. Events get triggered. Hearts will usually let you win, even lower terror in some cases. Yeah, it's a stat I should invest in. I just currently haven't been doing anything that actually has been increasing my terror at all. Like, we are sailing cool as cucumbers here, and it's quite nice. Mainly just because hanging out in cities and keeping close to port and not screwing around too much has more or less drastically reduced the amount of stress that I'm having to go through. Let's see. The other company house. After the company's fortunes declined to New Winchester, they withdrew to Fort Prosper, where the parsimonious chairman received them with barely concealed distaste. Okay, so I can trade with them, but why would I ever? Okay, so sell the souls. And they do have verdant seeds, which are dirt cheap. Always buy them. Nelson's Emporium, no. So we wanted to go back to Stories, Queen's Cross Station. We wanted to help with new clock tower. Cheer from the scaffolding. The foreman beams. An angel bringing gifts. Actually, you point out you'll be needing payment. Woohoo! That's some payment. You're paid extremely well for the delivery, and the foreman shakes you warmly by the hand. Won't take us no time now, he says, with a grin. You should name the damn clock after you, eh? Oh, explore Port Prosper. Wait a port report. Let's see. So let's do... We don't need tea. I don't know if we have any other quests. Windward Company has thrown open its doors for a celebration of itself. Nope, can't do that. Okay, so the rest of this is not super useful for me unless I get something else with this. I guess we could take tea here. Admiral Nelson is Port Prosper's most exclusive tea house. West Enders congregate here to sit amongst the many tables of ornamental shepherds and bulldogs and drink tea from little saucers with her Reverend Majesty's face on them. Admiral Nelson is so exclusive, in fact, that it opens only to occasionally and never does anything so crass as to advertise. People know by word of mouth, initially at least. Afterwards, most prosperans join the queue. Pointed gossip. You join a circle of very energetic critics, who always take the table by the east window. You dispense acidic bon mots as you pass the cream to your left, and compliments if you don't listen too closely with the jam to your right. You comment merrily on the flaws and foibles of a number of people you have met and a great many more you haven't. It's a wonderful way to spend an afternoon. Okay, anything new? No. Alright. And we've already done the bazaar. Okay. So we still need to find munitions somewhere, and then hours for there, but that's really far away. So we got the extra bronzewood, sack of verdant seeds, and literature. Cool. I'm assuming this game saves always and often. I hope so, because it's time for me to stop. It's almost 1 a.m., and I'm getting cold. And I have a cheesecake that I should eat. Have a snom. Oh, every port. Awesome.